The views and opinions expressed on the following radio program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of WorldTunedRadio.com, its management, or other hosts or advertisers. The shows found on WorldTunedRadio.com can promote any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. The following program is for entertainment purposes only.
Just too funny. Just too funny with Mocha Rose. Just too funny.
What is that? Just too funny with who?
Just too funny with Mocha Rose. Just too funny with Mocha Rose.
Georgia Peach out in Cali, now they say she a rose. Now she on the radio and anything goes. There's comedy, she funny. She keeping the listeners on their toes.
Just too funny with Mocha Rose. Just too funny with Mocha Rose.
All right, everybody. It's Just Too Funny with Mocha Rose. You are listening to www.worldtuneradio.com. Mocha Rose in the house today. Happy New Year, everybody. It's a brand new year. 2017 is upon us. I pray everyone brought the new year in safely with their family and friends. And now you're ready to conquer your goals for 2017. Are you ready? You might as well be ready, okay? As Eric Thomas, the motivational speaker, says, be ready so you don't have to get ready. We're going to be ready for 2017. I know we had some hard losses in 2016, but 2017 is going to be our year. 2017 will be much brighter, and I feel a very productive year this year, and I am so happy to be here. I'm glad that I woke up this morning. God allowed me to see another day. Are you all right? Are you all right with that? So we're gonna get started. We have a jam-packed show today. The first thing we're gonna listen to is we have a clip from my comedy guest.
Hello, how you guys doing? You all right? I love coming up here. I love Canada. I love Canadians, but you guys are getting a little cocky. You have with your successful banking system and your health care. Ooh, we only make loans to people with jobs. Ooh. That's right. America got problems, but you know what that got us? That got us Barack Obama. That's right. United States of America elected a black president. And when you think about it, the United States needed a black president. You know why? Because America's broke. And who knows how to be broke better than black people? The United States of America is broke and has bad credit. White people panicking, black people like, we got this. We'll teach you how to rent to own. It'll be all right. It was crazy. People actually asked me if I was happy to see a black president. Let me tell you something. I was happy to see a black quarterback. You understand? There's a black president. I lost my mind. I love Barack Obama, but I'm watching him. He better not screw this up. No, because if he screws up, there won't be another black president for 400 more years, but they'll blame everything off. They'll blame slavery on Barack Obama. Watch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's racist or subconscious or what, but whenever I'm around a group of white people and somebody black does something stupid, they look at me as if I were somehow involved. You know what I mean? Just be watching the news, be like, Tyrone Johnson just robbed a liquor store. I don't know, Tyrone. This is news to me, too. I love Barack Obama. Wouldn't want to be Barack Obama. Too many problems, too many things to deal with. I mean, when he got the job, he knew there was an economic crisis and a healthcare crisis and a housing crisis. You know what would have pushed me over the edge? Pirates. Really, that would have been the day to be, Mr. President, we have pirates. Really? Pirate? I got to come up with pirate strategy now? It's 2009. We have pirates? This is what I don't understand, all right? We live in an age of GPS and radar. I can buy a fish finder and look at guppies 1,000 feet down. How do you let pirates sneak up on your ass? You didn't see? What? Come on. You didn't see pirates coming? They're not high-tech, they're old-fashioned pirates. They have a little boat, and they sail over to your big boat, and then they throw the rope with the hook on it, and they climb on you. Now, this is what I don't understand, right? I'm no expert on maritime law. I don't own a boat. I don't know anything about boats, all right? But if I'm on a boat, and I see a rope with a hook on it come flying over the side of the boat, well, I'm throwing it back. Huh? Nothing good ever climbed up the side of a boat. You never heard a bunch of fishermen, man, we didn't catch anything all day, and then a genie climbed up the side of the boat. Son, but tough being Barack Obama, because he was elected on a mandate of change. And every time he tries to change something, people jump all over him. You know, the United States government took over General Motors. First thing Barack Obama did was fire the head of General Motors. Everybody, oh, that's socialist. No, that's firing a guy who couldn't do his job. That's what he did. And understand, he didn't get fired, you know, like ordinary people get fired. He left with a $20 million retirement package. All right, if I have a $20 million retirement package and you ask me to reorganize the company, step one, get me out of here. I'd like to leave while there's still $20 million to steal. I'm not scared of anything anymore. You know why? Because every 6 weeks, something new is going to kill us all. You turn on the news, we're all going to die. The swine flu. The swine flu was going to kill us all, and then it just disappeared. It was in the news every day. Then Michael Jackson died, and they said, never mind. Never mind, swine flu's gone, no. I love the new president. I love Barack, but I get kind of hassled over Barack Obama. You know why? Because Barack Obama is only 1 year older than me. You have any idea how disappointing that is to my mother? Seriously, every day when he gives the Barack Obama speech, and trust me, the Barack Obama speech is every day, and I really wish he would stop it, all right? I love him. I've heard enough, Barack. How about you go do a few things, then come back and tell me about them? Every day, Barack Obama gives a speech, and my mother's looking at it like, oh, look, leader of the free world. There he is again. Yeah. How the jokes coming? Thanks for laughing. I'm Alonzo Bodden. Have a good night. Thank you.
We have this very funny comedian. He's been the winner of the Last Comic Standing Season 3. He starred in the comedy special, Who's Paying Attention, on Showtime. He's made his rounds on the late-night television circuit, including The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, Late Night with Conan O'Brien, and the Keenan Ivory Wayans Show. He's traveled the world entertaining USO troops from Iraq to Greenland. Let's make it loud for Alonzo Bodden. What's up, Alonzo? How are you?
I'm good.
You've been busy?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. This is the New Year show. It's gonna it's gonna be a fantastic 2017. Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so. I think we all are.
Yeah.
16 was a rough year for everybody, I think. So
Yeah.
let's get 17 started.
Yeah, we've actually lost a lot of icons this year.
Yeah, that was I don't know who keeps track of these things, but
Oh, my goodness. You are so absolutely correct. Were you a Prince fan?
Oh, yeah, everybody was.
Everybody was.
If you were alive in the 80s, you were a Prince fan.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. There were, you know,
Yeah.
that was his creativity. They said that there's still hundreds of songs that are going to be released, but yeah, Prince was phenomenal. I mean, the 80s, it was Prince and Michael Jackson. Right?
Exactly.
That was it.
I tell people all
for the first half of the 80s.
Exactly. I tell people all the time that I wanted to be Michael Jackson's wife until he turned into a white woman. Then, you know, then I was like, no, I don't want you now. I just listen to your songs. But yeah, I mean, Michael and Prince, that was it. I loved them when I was younger.
And actually, Bowie was also, you know, in that era.
Yes.
Bowie was huge, and George Michael.
Yes.
You know, Wham, that was when we first heard of Wham. We didn't even know what Wham was. We just knew, man, this guy can sing.
Exactly.
We weren't really sure. Like, I don't know if I like him, but this guy's good.
And
so,
on top of that, he was handsome. He was a handsome man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 80s took a big hit in 2016. So.
Yeah. And some comedians. We lost some comedians in 2016 too.
Yeah, we did. You know, we were talking off air about Ricky Harris, which was a shame. Ricky was young.
Yes.
But you know, it's the thing with comedians, though, and I've always noticed this: comedians seem to either die young or live forever. You know, very rarely do you hear about comedians dying at like 70. It's either, oh, he died at 50, or, oh, wow, he's 117. Still doing shows in Vegas.
Exactly. That is, I mean, they are. So when you were, because how long have you been doing comedy now?
23 years. Actually, this month will make 24. Yeah. I started in January of 93. So this will be my 24th year in the game.
So comedy has done you well then.
Well, it beats honest work. Definitely say that.
So how long had you been a comedian when you won Last Comic Standing?
That was the first time I did Last Comic, let's see. Runner-up year. I had been doing it about 10 or 12 years, I think.
Okay.
I'd say 12, yeah, because it was 05, so that would be 12 years. So.
Wow.
I was ready. You know, a long time ago, like George Wallace is one of my mentors in the business. I met George when I was working as a doorman at the Laugh Factory, trying to get spots. And I'll never forget, he told me one time, he said, everyone gets a shot, and the key is to be ready when your shot comes. So I think with Last Comic, I just happened to be ready when my shot came. You know?
That's outstanding.
Yeah,
So do you think Last Comic Standing kind of propelled your career, or?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That was my introduction to America. You know, I was working the road, headlining clubs. I call it being a salaried headliner, right, where you just go to the club and they pay you whatever it pays. You know, you have a few fans, but people don't really know who you are. And then I did a, super highly rated national TV show. I mean, it was definitely big. In a way, I wish it had been done at the time of social media. Like, Last Comic was big on MySpace when I did it.
Long time
I
ago.
guess if we can go back in time, I get some MySpace followers, but, it was great. It was fun.
Well, that's awesome. And so then you went from Last Comic Standing, and then kind of you released the DVD and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I released my first DVD after Last Comic, and then a few years later, I did my first Showtime special, which was great, which was a lot of fun, called Who's Paying Attention. And what happened after Last Comic, I became much more of a topical comedian. I did less personal stuff. I talked more about politics, social issues, what was going on in the world, because
Yeah.
We live in a reality world.
Yeah.
So, that's what we got.
It was really crazy because I said that particular night that I refused to let the election keep me up. I was just going to go to sleep. And when I woke up, Hillary Clinton was going to be president. Needless to say, social media bust my bubble. And then, my mom comes downstairs because she was visiting me. And she was like, so I know Hillary won. I said, nah, Mama, Trump won. She said, stop playing. It's not funny. I'm like, I'm not. She was like, I don't believe you. Let me go check social media. So my mom went, and sure enough, she came down and she was like, what in the world happened? I said, the world didn't happen.
The thing about it now, people are like, oh, you comedians must be happy. And it's like, we're not.
No.
We don't want it. I tell people, look, don't go vote and screw up America and then expect us to make you feel good about it. He chose this idiot, so you're going to have to live with everything he does.
For 4 years.
Yep.
That's a long time. That is a long time. So, Alonzo, what are you going to be doing in 2017? How does 2017 look for you?
Well, I'm always traveling. I'm always touring, doing my live stuff. So that's not going to change. And when it comes to TV and stuff like that, it's kind of like, who knows? I audition, I go out, and if I get a shot where there's a couple of shows that we're talking to people about, I'm a big car and motorcycle nut, so there are a couple of things in development in that world that, hopefully something catches on. I mean, you're always looking for a job, right? No matter what level of this business you get to. Well, no, that's not true. There's some people who aren't looking for a job. I think Chris Rock's done okay for 2017, signing a $20 million Netflix deal.
Wow.
And Chappelle's okay. I think he signed for 20 or 30 million.
Wow.
So they'll be all right. I suspect Kevin Hart's going to be good.
Yeah.
But the rest of us, we in the game.
Exactly. And it's so funny because people don't realize there's only like maybe 100 comedians. I mean, there's a slew of comedians or people that call themselves comedians, but there's probably 100, give or take, that really make a living from it. Would you say that?
Oh, no, that's not true. No,
you think it's more than that?
Far more than that. I mean, I make a living. I make a good living. There's a lot of us that make a living that people don't know about because there's so many ways to make a living. There are comedians out there doing corporate gigs, making 6 figures a year doing that. There's the guys on cruise ships who make a living doing that. The 100 you're talking about are probably the 100 that are famous, that people recognize as soon as they see them. The ones who star on TV shows or in movies. Now, that's a small club.
Yeah.
That, and that's why I call this lottery business, right? Because this is a business where you could be just doing that. You could be working clubs one day, and then something happens, and boom, you're the name everyone recognizes, right? Like, I'll give you an example of that is Billy Gardell. Okay, Billy's an old friend of mine. Billy was a comic on the road, occasional guest star on TV here and there. Then he got that show Mike and Molly, right? He played Mike. Suddenly he's a star of a network sitcom. It's on for years. It goes into syndication, and Billy's set forever.
Yeah.
Then you have other guys like J.B. Smoove is a great example. J.B. was grinding for who knows how long. And a few of us knew who he was here and there. He was super funny. And then then a couple of things happened, right? Curb Your Enthusiasm. And, a couple of spots. And suddenly, J.B. starring in movies, and he's a household name.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, man, this guy just did. Like, no, this guy didn't just do it. J.B. had been in the game, I don't know how long. Leslie on Saturday Night Live, I used to work clubs with Les in L.A. People don't know. Les was grinding in the game forever.
Yeah.
Before before it happened. That's why the hate that she got, and it's hilarious. Like she grinds for, I don't know, 15 years in the business. You know, she gets a break. She gets on Saturday Night Live. She stars in the movie Ghostbusters, and people hate her for it. I was like, what the hell? You know, it's such a weird thing. But thank God she's strong enough, and she's been in the game long enough to appreciate it. You know what I mean? So,
Exactly.
So she can handle some haters of Ghostbusters.
Exactly.
You know? Because Celeste's been there, done that. You know, they don't know it, but she knows it.
Yeah.
So I'll do. You know, I do whatever comes up. I mean, I'm always looking for the next syndicated thing, and it's been a good run. So yeah, Mocha, there's more than 100 of us making a living. But
well, and I did speak wrong. That's what I meant, was the famous ones that people know by sight and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, exactly. Because I was looking at your upcoming shows. You already have like 2017 on lock.
Yeah, I'm always working. You know why? Because every gig is going to be your last gig. I was just talking with something about this. You talk to any comic, and they're like, well, you can't say no, because what if you never get booked again? That's just the insecurity of the business. Like, this could end.
Yeah. That's awesome. So, you want to tell people how to get in touch with you on social media and all that good stuff?
Yeah. At Alonzo Bodden, ALONZOBODDEN.
Okay.
That's Twitter and Facebook. My website is alonzobodden.com. Or if you look up comic Alonzo, you're either going to get me or Christella Alonzo, and I'm the male one.
That is. I think we can. And I guess you're gonna be doing New Year's Eve in Temecula.
Yep, I'm here now in Temecula. That's my New Year's Eve gig, and then next week I'll be in Atlanta. You know, heading to the Punchline, and from Atlanta I go to Bermuda.
Oh, take me with you. Can I go? I want to go.
No. Everyone wants to go to Bermuda. I'm like, no. First, you have to do Omaha and St. Louis.
Okay, I will go. You take me. I'll go.
Roll up into Bermuda. See, everyone wants to start in Bermuda. Now you gotta.
I'll go.
Montana.
Just get me a good coat, and I'll go. I'm joking, because here's the thing. I'm about to freeze in Georgia. So I don't know. Alonzo, thank you so very much for agreeing to do my show. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. It was fun. I wish you a happy 2017 and all the best. And, just keep growing.
Yes, I am. I promise. All right, Alonzo Bodden in the house. Yes. So we'll be right back to the Just Too Funny radio show on WorldTuneRadio.com. Listen out for us.
Mic check.
Hold up.
Are you ready? Man, we don't play what they play on them FM stations.
What, huh? Man, we giving you what you want.
Let me clear my throat. This is WorldTuneRadio.com.
Real talk for you. Peep game.
WorldTuneRadio.com, guys. Just Too Funny with Mocha Rose. That's who you're listening to right now. Hope you're having fun. And now, Danielle Smith in the building. What's up, Danielle?
What's going on, girl?
How are you tonight?
I'm doing well. I'm so glad to be here with Mocha Rose.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
And then we have your other half, better half in the building, Miss Linda Vorachack. What's up, Linda? How are you?
I'm good.
Good. So we have you two ladies in here. Y'all have a project that y'all just premiered, an exclusive screening this past week, right?
That's right. We produced DNL and the ATL with the and sign. You can find us on Facebook. It's a comedy sketch show, homegrown, based out of Atlanta, Georgia. And we just had an exclusive premiere for the screening, exclusive screening, for our cast and crew and their friends.
Okay.
And just literally a few tickets available to the public who may have been interested in seeing it. It's under wraps right now. And yeah, we shot it in September, and we just screened it, and we're getting ready to pitch it to networks in January.
So how long did it take you to actually produce the show?
About a year's time.
So you talking about writing and
yes, and casting. It was a little over a year.
No, not necessarily.
October.
We actually started writing the sketches in September of 2015, not knowing that was the intent. We just started writing some comedy sketches, and then Linda has been acting for nonstop for over a year. And so she was just kind of going for it. And on one day, we just so happened, she happened to be going in for a comedy sketch show's audition. And she was like, girl, come in with me. Because she was supposed to have her monologue ready. And I was like, oh, I ain't trying to do your show with you. She was like, no, girl, just come with me.
I don't do monologues.
She doesn't do monologues. And
I'm different.
And we actually posted a video online of us saying, okay, fine, I'm just going here with you. And we're just going to improv it and wing it, and let's just do something different.
Yes.
And so you guys did something different. Did you get the...
I did, yes. We both did.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
We improved it. She was supposed to go in here by
I
herself.
was going by myself.
So she walked up and was like...
I convinced her to go with me, and we improved it. We made up two characters who eventually would start our show. The two characters that we improved with, Ming. It's a me.
Oh, my God.
That character. And then she had her character,
which is Renee Porter from the International Food Reporter. And she's, from the UK. And so she goes and does food inspections for restaurants, yes.
Oh, okay.
And so we just kind of made that up on a whim. And we went in and just did an audition. I sang a little bit. And
just blew them away.
Yeah. I guess so, yeah. They liked us enough and was like, hey, we want to see something different on the show. And so
we're different. And
yeah. And so we went in. We just kind of built it off of that. And through that process of being with it, the traveling show, we were everybody on the cast was asked to write some different sketches. And we technically didn't write our first skit that we started writing in September. Our first one was called Made by Vaughn. She's one of the characters on our show. But we wrote Ming's Restaurant, a sketch, improv it, really. We never even had it written down on paper.
Just bulletin points of what we wanted to do.
Okay.
I'm a restaurant owner. She's going to come in. She's going to try some food, undercover.
And everything's going to hit the ceiling. Yes.
Okay.
So we can't give you too
much.
much.
You can't disclose too much.
Yeah.
I understand. So you guys have been compared to like an urban living color kind of...
Not even urban. It's more of a more modern day.
Okay.
And it's actually kind of inspired by In Living Color. Linda, she grew up. Well, we both grew up.
I grew up obsessed with In Living Color. In Living Color, what you wanna do?
Oh my!
In Living Color.
Yeah, Jim Carrey was the man on that show. All of them were. That's why from that show they were all no-namers and they blossomed into J-Lo, the fly dancer. Come on,
the fly girl. That is that I love.
Everybody that was on there were no-namers and they turned into someone, and that's pretty much what we want our show to be.
Okay.
In Atlanta, we have a bunch of no-namers, but they're so talented and they're so passionate and they're so funny.
And everybody needs an opportunity.
Yes.
Because everybody is not Denzel Washington or Viola Davis or all those big names. They want to be up there, but they don't have the opportunity. And that's exactly why I do my radio show. I try to find people that are trying to get to the top, like you ladies.
Yes. Law of attraction, baby.
Yes. So you are actually pitching this as a television show right now, right?
Yes, but because it is a television show. When we started this, we literally, even though we were writing our sketches in September, I was like, we had made the decision. We came off of the traveling show because honestly I had too much to do. I'm a single mom, I work full time, I do a lot, and it got to the point where, after a while you got to stop waiting on people to open doors for you and just, like you said, open them yourself and jump.
Exactly.
So, and that's pretty much what we did. We said in September, we're like, you know what, forget it. we just gonna shoot our own show. We really did.
Because you actually have been producing, editing, all this yourself for years.
Yeah, I've been doing it for over a decade. I had my own production company, but I was doing mostly marketing for businesses and also doing promotional videos for corporations and small businesses and individuals. And I've always had the capability to produce my own show, but I've been producing for other people and comedians for many years.
Exactly.
And we're not going to disclose any names, but I've been producing behind the scenes for a long time, making their visions come to reality. And I've always had a whole group of people that I've worked with in the past that are like, Danielle, when you do yours, call me. And
wait, I'm kind of upset that she didn't call me because I would have flew back.
Wait.
I would have flew back now.
But these are people who've been working behind the scenes who've been like, hey, call me when you're ready to do yours. And when Lynn and I, we were writing so much, and we were just like, you know what, forget this, because we were not included. We're not going to do too much, but we weren't included on a DVD for the live comedy sketch we were in, and we don't have any footage of it. And even though we were performing it live, we got a lot of great feedback, and it was just confirmation. And
it was your time.
It was our time, but it's it's like I have a whole village of people who are extremely talented, and we know that we had, first off, foundation, in anything I do is Lord Save Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
And the messages that were coming out with the show that we were affiliated weren't necessarily based around God. And not saying that everything has to be holier than thou, but we said, you know what?
We have to be proud of it.
We've got to be proud of what we're doing. And when we brought our people in to see this, they really liked our stuff, but then there were some people couldn't sit through it.
Yeah. And you know what? Here's the thing. I understand where you come from because it's a lot of comedians out there that are not clean comedians. All my comedy is clean. Yeah. I don't do the vulgarity and stuff like that. So I understand where the two of you are coming from.
And it's not that we're judging them, but it's like that's not what our comedy is about.
We don't have to be vulgar to laugh, and it just comes to a point where we want to be able to laugh with our family. If you can't laugh with your children or your nieces and your nephews, and you're just like, oh gosh,
and covering your head and saying,
because we want to teach them better, and if we want them to be funny and relax and stress free, and they're being subjected to that, then it's kind of like, what kind of example are we setting?
Right, and that's and that I just didn't want to be affiliated with anything that was going to be like that. Yeah. So therefore, we started writing our own sketches. We started in September. Well, no, June, July. When did we have we did our first casting call maybe in July. July, we had our casting call. Yes. Okay. Of 2016. July, we had our casting call. But we had people submit video submissions. We selected from there. We had a private casting call. And everybody who came out, we only had a handful, but we already knew the talent that we were getting. And we found everybody. It was like God has opened up so many doors. They came in. They were confident. It was an improv base.
Their improvs were amazing.
And they believed in our vision. And so they bought into the vision. And literally, I told them we were going to shoot it. And we did. When I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And it got to the point, God started opening up doors. I literally for a couple months, I just saved my money up and literally started producing the show, casting call. We shot in September. Originally, we were going to shoot in August, but one of our stars had to go to Denmark because he's a professional actor. And then he came back, and then we shot in September. By November, we went to LA for the AFM conference. And then we met some people from Vancouver, a company out of there, and some other people. Everybody we talked to was so interested in our show.
Yes.
We're different, We've had an African-American female and an Asian female host, and they are begging to see what we have right now. So we've been keeping everything under wraps. And then by January, so we have a month in between, in January, we screened it in December. In January, we're pitching. It's very short.
It's gone by so quickly. It's almost like it's just been time for us.
Oh, wow.
It's been a long time coming.
Wow.
It's a huge investment, too. I mean, I had over 22 people on my payroll. Wow. I don't believe in people working for free. Well, after a while, you do something for so long because I've been there.
Exactly.
So I'm like, no, we're going to take care of our people who take care of us. And everybody got paid, and people got contracts, and we've had all the music was original from original music composers.
Funny how we fell into those people. Most of them I linked up with on social media, or one guy was through a Lyft. Right. He had just moved to Atlanta, and he was like, I've been wanting to break into background music for television. I'm like, wait, what? Do you have some sales? Because we've been looking for some talent, and sure enough, yeah.
Well, ladies, we're going to come right back, and we're going to finish our interview. What about that?
That sounds good to me.
World Tuned Radio, 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 World Tuned Radio.com. Always keeping it high. Keeping it high.
Yeah, it's going down.
The official station where the world tunes in.
World Tuned Radio. World Tuned Radio, man.
World Tuned Radio, where the world tunes in.
Okay, we are back in the studio with Danielle and Linda. We are in the house. So, ladies, tell me what the D and L means.
Okay, so the D and L stands for Danielle
and Linda.
D, it's so simple.
Okay.
Just
so
D and L.
It don't mean nothing like down low or nothing like that, right?
No, and it's funny you brought that up because, we're God sisters. Okay. We've been best friends since we were second grade. We had 13 years apart where I didn't even see this woman or even speak to this lady. Mm-hmm. But we were good friends. Mm-hmm. And so when we got back together, I've been telling Linda for years, let's act. I told her, whenever she's ready, you come to me. And so she finally came back and said, I'm ready. I started working with her on the acting coaching side, getting her photos and all the stuff together. She was serious. When she's ready, she was ready. And after a year of her diligently working towards being an actress, because everything she booked, she got, and I always told her she would, she said, okay, I'm ready. And I said, when I saw her work, I said, you know what, you're ready. And that's when I got serious about working on this show, something that we created. And so that's what it stands for. It stands for Danielle and Linda. In the ATL, it's as basic as that. Don't for no DL or download, none of that stuff.
Good. And you guys told me that you have a jingle to go with your skit.
Yes, we do. Produced by Going Platinum Productions out of Atlanta. Like I said, we like to work with local talent, and they've done original compositions for me in the past for some other production work that I've had. And so they produced our jingle back in January 2016.
That was the first beginning of the year. That was the very first thing we worked on.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have to sing it, right?
Okay.
Come on, give it to me.
So it goes, hey, it's your girls, D and L,
trying to tell them.
Coming straight from the ATL. In this hip-hop city where everything's poppin', bringing you the fun in, ain't no stopping, making you laugh all day non-stop. We the girls that will make your belly rock. So hey, get set, let's go. About the time, let's start the show. And it goes, DNL in the ATL, DNL in the ATL, DNL in the ATL, DNL in the ATL. So that's just a little sample of it.
So if I can harmonize right, Cedric and Ayana
So is this how your show will open up?
That's how it opens. You'll see it right there on the skyline.
Oh, so amazing, so beautiful. The skyline's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow!
The shot is like the best shot for me of the show. The intro. Yeah. Oh, it was so beautiful.
We open it up, jib, crane, all that stuff. And I think that's another misconception. People, they don't really take you seriously. They're like, she gonna do a little production, whatever.
I love that.
So did you do this as a one camera shot? Or?
Oh no, we had multiple cameras. I had 3 camera operators on my shoot.
Wow.
I had a crane. That crane cost me $1,000 just for that 4 hours that we used it for the show.
A lot of our crew and cast said they've worked on a lot of independent projects, and they said this is one of the biggest independent project films that they've ever worked on or seen.
Did you get a lot of people that donated and helped out? And Danielle, executive
producers bringing the money. When I know when people are ready to work, and when I saved up my money and I went without, and we shot a top quality, high-end production. I had one guy who, I didn't even have to show him any footage, just because I know him. He was like, you know what? I want to help you support your project. And so he gave me a little bit. And then some of our actors forfeited their pay to invest in the show. So
that is beautiful.
It helped. But I had a very strong team. And no, it's first class. And I think that's why, like I said, when we had our premiere, to also talk about the DNL stuff. My own father, he's a pastor. Mm-hmm. He was really concerned, like, what's going on? Why are you always hanging out with Linda? I'm like, Dad, come on, we grew up together.
And that's my friend.
That's my friend, right? But they didn't really understand the complexity and the scale and the magnitude of all the stuff we've been doing. Because I don't tell everybody my business. Right. Okay. And I wasn't putting it out there, but when we had our exclusive premiere on the 19th of December, they came out to the Plaza Theater in a private screening in a beautiful theater, and a red carpet event. When he sat down and the lights went out and that beautiful skyline was the first thing they saw, with a huge, beautiful crane shot done by Chris McKinley. He's the best job operator in Atlanta.
Thank you, Chris.
And we had a full scale of 8 sketches. The show, it lasted about 45 minutes. Yeah. Wow. So if you count in, if you think about a full hour show,
exactly,
you'll have commercials and stuff. Mm-hmm. Afterwards, at the VIP reception, we had an open bar, laid out deck buffet. When I do it up,
but that's how you're supposed to do it. Of course. You're not supposed to have step when you do stuff like that.
And we didn't have step.
No, because people, that's their first impression of you. Mm-hmm. And it has to be a very good
I'm very proud of it, for sure.
It has to be done right.
I hate that I missed it, because I missed it by one day.
I know. I couldn't change it.
You're going to do it again? And you're not going to do it again.
No, it's going to be on TV, though, next time. So you should be able to catch it on TV.
Yes, I'm excited for you guys.
Next step.
This is a big step.
Yes, it's huge. And I tell you, he finally said, I understand now. They were so impressed. And they were so happy. And I think what really helped is that the cast members, a lot of them, so many actors work on so many sets, they never get to see it. 2 of our cast members had never even seen themselves on screen.
Yes.
Wow.
And they've been acting for years.
Wow.
Because they'll work on production sets and they never get to see it. They'll never premiere, we can't give you our footage, or the production just doesn't get completed.
They don't do anything with it. It just sits there and collects dust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. And we wanted to make sure that they had a first-rate experience, the red carpet experience. They have photographers out there, the theater, and they had a reception to wrap it all up. And they got professional headshots.
Yeah. And I don't think there's a more deserving cast, because, not only are they funny and the chemistry is great, but they're such good, kind-hearted people. Mm-hmm. And we wouldn't be working with them if they weren't.
Yeah.
And what we exude, as far as integrity and work ethic, these people are also that same one-on-one with us. And I couldn't be more happier with our cast, for sure.
And one rule I mentioned when we did our Q&A, my only rule, I don't do egos on my set. I don't.
There's no place for it.
It isn't.
I love harmony, peace and harmony.
Yes.
That's where I am.
Peace, love, and harmony. Yes.
Exactly. So.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I basically let them know. There's no room for egos, because it causes tension on set, and it also hinders creativity.
Yes.
And we needed, and one of our cast members, Jason, said that apparently, as a director, I allowed them to play. We let them play, and they liked that. And I'm like, that's the kind of set we had. It was perfect. The only issue we had on set was some random lady out of nowhere, but we're going to talk about, we're not going to even bring her up. She wasn't even part of the crew.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So is there anything else in the horizon for you guys, or are we just going to wait to see if this is going to be picked up?
Together as a duo.
As a duo.
Right now we're focused on pitching the show, and seeing about getting it picked up, and then
it's not going to be complete until it does, and it will get picked up. I have faith.
Well, pilot season is almost here, guys.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Pilot season is almost here, and I know you guys are submitting, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're basically giving everybody the same opportunity to check our show out and see what happens, and then we'll see what happens. Maybe 2017 we'll be opening up your show and putting you on it, because it is a comedy sketch show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Ladies, that is awesome. I am so glad you came.
Thank you for having us. I would never turn you down for any type of interview or whatever.
I love it.
I'm so proud of you.
Tell everybody how to get in touch with you guys, how to follow you, and all that good stuff.
Okay, well, on Facebook we have our DNL and the ATL show page. The and sign L in the ATL. That's the easiest way. And if you're on Instagram, since we can't use the and sign for hashtags, it's literally the letter N, and then L, and the letter N again, DHL.
Okay. And you're getting your website together and all that good stuff?
No, we don't, until we know what the situation is with our networks and any type of potential buyers. There's no need to have a website, because sometimes they'll come up and they will buy it and they'll totally want to brand it themselves.
Okay.
So we're strictly just building our followership online, and just as a way to kind of get people the ins and outs, because somebody else might want to do this.
Exactly.
And if we can help inspire them to say, this is what our step is, this is what we're doing it.
Exactly.
Grassroots.
Jump.
Yep.
I need to get that book.
Jump.
Have you read it? Have you read it?
I haven't read it yet, but I am going to read it. Right now, I'm trying to get through Hidden Figures.
Oh, I'm about to go see that movie. Should I read it first?
I want to read it first because, it's more than just 3 of them.
There's a whole
thousands of human computers. That's what they call them. So that's what I'm trying to get through now, and then I'm going to do Jump.
Well, I just appreciate this opportunity.
Yes.
And
this is so amazing. Thank you.
I am so glad you ladies could come in the studio and just participate. I love it. And you guys, I hope that it's not a hope. It's going to happen.
Amen.
2017 is going to be the year. We're going to blow it up.
Blow it up.
Yeah, everything we've been speaking, we've been manifesting, because everything that we do is for a greater cause than ourselves.
Exactly.
And God has been opening it up for us, and
we've been speaking to young people.
Yes.
And that's what we need to do.
Yeah, we have to.
Because, especially because I don't know, I'm a lot older than you guys. So me doing this as a second career is huge. It means that age is nothing but a number.
It really is.
It's nothing but a number. And you have the dreams. Don't let anybody tell you that your dreams are too big.
Right.
Absolutely.
You have your own dreams. You follow your own dreams.
Absolutely.
And let them, if they want to be mediocre, let them be
Okay.
mediocre.
Why do you think we had to do wrong?
Yeah.
I'm so with you on that. Listen,
I'm glad
sorry,
you said that.
we just had to do a high five, because I don't like doing mediocre work. I don't like being around egotistical people or having mediocre products.
Exactly.
So if I'm gonna put my name on anything, it's got to be done with class, and it's got to be respectful of other people.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. Well, ladies, thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you,
and I can't wait to see it.
I might throw you a little something so you can see, you know what I'm saying, be a private. Okay. Okay, girl.
Let her see the full try.
And ladies, when you come to California, come.
And we were just
see me.
there too. I'm sorry, but we were at a conference all week. We'll be coming back out.
Okay.
Okay.
I love y'all. Y'all take care.
Y'all have a good one. God bless. 2017.
All right, Danielle Smith and Linda Vorachack in the house. You're listening to the Just Too Funny radio show. We will be right back.
Welcome.
The eighth wonder of the world.
This is WorldTunedRadio.com.
We're back in the most amazing way.
Officially here.
So crazy right now.
World Tune Radio.
WorldTunedRadio.com.
WorldTuneRadio.com, guys. This is the Just Too Funny radio show. I am your host, Mocha Rose, and now we have in the studio 2014 Muscle and Fitness Champion, IFBB Pro Health Coach, Philla Blow. What's up, Philla? I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you, too.
Thank you. 2017 came in here fast, didn't it?
Yeah. It seemed like it was just the beginning of 2016. Now it's 2017. So it's awesome to be here.
Exactly. And so, Phillip, tell us a little bit about yourself. What got you into becoming a health coach?
Well, what got me into becoming a health coach was my high blood pressure and heart issues. Dealing with that at the age of 17, and then at 21, dealing with it like even on a more progressive stage. And then at 25, I think it was the wake-up call for me when the doctors wanted to do open heart surgery.
Wow.
So at that point, Yeah, that was man, that was a lot to swallow at that age. So at that point, I decided to take control of my health because I wasn't doing anything physically to change anything. I wasn't dieting or anything like that. So I got a gym membership, started training and exercising, and then I started dieting. And once I got off of medication through diet and training, I realized that a lot of people didn't have the knowledge that I didn't have, and then acquired. So it gave me a desire to help more people because I knew a lot of people were in the same state that I was in.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, people don't realize that high blood pressure leads to, uncontrolled high blood pressure leads to kidney disease, leads to dialysis, and it's a whole roller coaster ride. It just down spirals from there. So congratulations on your accomplishment with your health. So how long have you been a fitness coach?
Been doing this for a little over 7 years. I first started into fashion and modeling, so I helped a lot of people when I was doing that. So now it's more fitness based.
Okay. And so now you actually train athletes to compete in competitions, right?
Yeah, some of the best.
Oh wow! I know. I actually met one of your students, Michael Green. So
okay, yeah.
Yeah, so you are actually training winners. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. I always say I'm the man behind the scenes, and they put in the work, man. All I can say is my athletes put in a lot of work, very dedicated, and I basically just push their will. If they want it, I want it 10 times more than they do. So, basically I just orchestrate the diet and training routine. Some of them actually do the training on their own, and I just do the diet. But I have some awesome athletes, good mindset. And I always talk about attitude. I think that's everything. It has to do with everything. They have a great attitude when it comes to putting in the work and dieting and staying on track. And the result shows, when you have a great coach and a great athlete, and that combination and collaboration, and then pushing towards it shows on stage. So, first place, second place, most of them hit top 5,
Yeah.
It's an awesome experience to coach some great people.
Wow. How many do you teach or do you coach one-on-one?
Man, that is now you're ready to sit down and start calculating.
So you're saying a lot.
Yeah, a lot. I would say in one day's time, I'll probably, one-on-one, I'll probably have anywhere from 12 to 14 people.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
That's a lot of effort.
5 a.m. all the way to 9 p.m. So, I stay dedicated. It's all about helping people.
Wow. And then you have, it's 3 kids, right?
Yeah, 3 kids.
Oh my goodness. So how do you stay focused? Because you also compete, right?
Yeah, I do. I tell you, the kids, they're pretty much my focus. But, when I talk about when I was 25 and had to deal with the high blood pressure, and the thing that stood out the most when the doctor told me, he was like, man, you got to do something. We're doing all we can medically. I thought about my kids. I thought about graduation. I was just like, if I'm not here, who's going to walk them down the aisle when they get married, the whole 9? So from that point, me getting into the gym, I just incorporated my kids into the health and fitness. So when it came to food, we diet together, we trained together, just made it fun. So now it's just incorporating them into everything. Every time I go out to do a show, it's like, hey guys, I'm going to win you guys a trophy. They're excited back home, rooting for me. I come back, I give them a trophy. They keep it in their room. So I keep them a part of everything that I do. And then when it comes to training, it's tough, but it's just, setting alarm clocks for food, setting alarm clocks for vitamins or what have you, and then just making sure I keep the kids a part of everything, no matter what it is.
Wow. And so how old are your kids?
So I have an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 5-year-old.
Wow. So they really are at a point where they want your attention and they want to be with you, because I actually saw you having them. They were on, I think it was, what is it? The
elliptical?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of hits of that. It was like a view of the street. It was street level, so there's a huge mirror. So traffic was backed up, and we're all on the elliptical, and people were honking the horn, waving, screaming, giving us thumbs up. It was pretty cool. I think we got like 45 minutes. And of course, we didn't stay on the whole 45 minutes, but it's just fun to have them a part of that experience.
Exactly. And now what you're doing is tailoring their life to be a healthier life, actually.
Yeah, because, and this is the thing, I actually go to schools and I speak to kids, so the thing with being 17 years old, I had no knowledge of like diet and training. So for me having kids, I put more energy and more focus into that, so they're knowledgeable, so they won't have to go through what I went through. I was on medication. When I looked at the medication, the age was like 45 and up, and here I am, 17 years old, taking medication for people that have already lived their lives.
Yeah.
But based on my diet and training, and like based on not dieting or training, like I was in that state where people that have lived their life and done nothing to prevent certain diseases or what have you. So with having the knowledge I have, I try to impart that to kids at a younger age, just to have them, just so they can be health conscious.
Exactly, because they're so sedentary now because of all the video games and, things on television. They don't go out and play hide and go seek and tag and things like that anymore that we used to play when we were small.
Yeah, no, they don't. And that's the thing, like, the funny thing about it, when I go to schools, I talk to kids about when they go out and play and have fun. I said, how does that make you feel? And 9 times out of 10, the kids will be like, it makes it so good, it makes it so great, it makes it so accomplished. I was like, that's the feeling that you should get every single time. So you got to go out there and do more of that. And a lot of people don't understand it, even as an adult. Like, when we were kids, we played, right? So we didn't have to worry about cardio or training. So as an adult, that's our playtime, the gym.
Exactly. Although it don't feel like playtime sometimes.
We might not like it, but it's good for the body, and it's good for the brain, it's good for the mind, it's good for the skin. It does so much more for us. So it's definitely worth it.
I understand, but when you have that incline on 15%, it don't feel fun at all.
I'm with you.
Oh my goodness. And it's so funny because I just really started changing my diet this month and exercising on the regular basis, because I feel that, being fit over 40 is a big deal. It's a big deal, because life is so short. And, we make these goals and then we stop, we go again, we stop. January, tomorrow, the gyms are going to be packed, or Monday. And then by March, or by February, they're no longer packed. So how do you help your clients to set realistic goals that they can accomplish and make sure that they do it for the long haul?
I'm glad you said that. That's something that's very important. It's as simple as a rep. You can say, I'm going to go for 20 reps, but your body probably can only do 12, right? Mm-hmm. So I always say, it's all about the day. Accomplishing everything that you set to accomplish in one day. Of course, set realistic goals when it comes to hey, I want to get to, in 30 days, I want to drop at least 8 pounds, okay? But then set those unrealistic goals, the goals that you can't reach within 30 days to keep you focused, because in the long term, in order to reach those long-term goals, you have to be
Yeah.
You know, the next day I'm gonna do cardio and training. You know, and then once you do it, you can repeat it. You know, and I tell people all the time. It's just like we set those goals and we think like, oh man, how can I do it? Once you start taking action, once you do it one time, guess what? You can repeat it again. So you can't say that you can't because you've done it already, right?
Exactly.
So the whole point is like every day just repeat that same thing. Although during that process, you probably feel like you're gonna die. You know?
Yeah.
But the fact that you survived it and you actually did the repetitions and you actually did the cardio, and then so you can set a goal like for one more rep. You know, say I did 10 reps today, I'll do 11 tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll do 12 the next day. So it's just small goals, small steps that you follow, so you're walking. You know, basically. You know, just small steps every single day. You just get better and better and better. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to look better. You're going to feel better. Your life is going to be better. The confidence level is going to be up because you're achieving something.
Exactly.
It's really simple.
So, if anyone wants to train with you or get in contact with you, how would they do that?
Oh, simple. They can reach me on my email address at ifeelstrong@gmail.com. Or they can just contact me 678-751-0977 and set up a consultation. I'll talk to them about training or what have you. So it's simple. Email or contact information.
Okay. And you're going to be training for a different type of competition this year, right? Yes,
most definitely.
So so give us a little bit of information about that.
Okay, yeah. So last year I did which is board shorts, because the shorts come all the way down. And then this year I'll be doing classic physique, which is European style cut. So the shorts come up and it shows your quads and your hamstrings.
So you'll get more women hollering at you on stage, basically.
Oh, yeah. You get to show more.
Yeah, you showing more body now. Okay, that's the difference.
Body, flex a little bit more. The routines are more dramatized. It's a lot. It's just exciting.
Oh,
I'm
my goodness.
About it because my passion has always been bodybuilding.
Uh-huh.
So it's one step closer to bodybuilding. Funny thing, a lot of people don't know this, but when I turned pro, I had no intention of doing a men's physique show or even competing in that category. I was actually going to switch over to bodybuilding.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my buddies, one of the pros, Michael Bevins, encouraged me not to and to do a men's physique show. So that was the only reason I stayed in men's physique. But my passion has always been bodybuilding. So when they came out with the new division, classic physique, I had to do it.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Well, Philip, I know you are going to blow them out of the water. I am so excited for you in 2017 because you got a lot of stuff going on.
Oh yeah, a lot. 2017 is a crowded year for me, but I feel like with the help of like people like you supporting me and people out there supporting me on social media and friends and family, and then my athletes with those people, it should go really, really well.
Well, I'm excited to see your 2017, and I don't know if you've heard me say this, but I am going to see my abs before I die. So.
Okay, you will. Look, you know what? Just like, if you're having trouble, just give me a call. I'll send you a routine.
Okay.
And see what happens.
Okay. Philip, thank you so much for coming on my show, and I am going to get you to come on more often so you can give people tips and things like that, if that's okay.
Oh yeah, I would love to.
All right, everybody, that's the Just Too Funny radio show. I'm your host, Mocha Rose. I hope you enjoyed it tonight with Alonzo Bodden, with Danielle Smith, and Linda Vorachack in the house, and then IFBB Pro Phil Blow in the house tonight, guys. Remember, if you want your 2017 to be your year, don't sit on the couch and wait for it. Go out, make a change. Smile more, be excited, do new things, throw away the clutter, unfollow negative people on social media, go to bed early, wake up early, be fierce, don't gossip, show more gratitude, do things that challenge you, be the change you want to see in the world, guys. You have been listening to WorldTuneRadio.com. I'm your host, Mocha Rose. Please follow me on social media at Facebook, Mocha Rose the Comedian, Instagram, Mocha Rose the Comedian, and Twitter, I am Mocha Rose. Please tune in to Just Too Funny Radio Show every Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WorldTuneRadio.com. Peace out, everybody. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Can I say it like that?
Just too funny.